a lot of other photographers started reaching out, just asking me how I do certain things, how I get my photos to turn out with the camera, with the equipment that I have. And so that's kind of when I started thinking about doing a course. When I first started shooting, with my first photo shoot, I grabbed the kids, went outside, we were going to do some photos. Just got this really nice camera, and I was excited to try it out. My wife wanted to start getting some nice photos of the kids, and cell phone pictures just weren't enough. So we got this nice camera, I went out, started taking some pictures, and I had this vision in my head of how I wanted the pictures to turn out. But as I was taking the photos, I started getting frustrated because the photos in the back of the camera looked terrible. Didn't look any better than what the photos from the cell phone looked like, which kind of defeated the purpose. So after a while, I kind of got frustrated. The kids got tired of trying to pose. I was trying to pose the kids, and they were getting frustrated. They wanted to go off and play. So I finally gave up, threw my hands up, and put the camera away. And after a couple of days, I started thinking about, like, why? Okay, so I've got this nice camera now. Why can't I take good pictures with it? So the camera had all these settings and things on it. I had no idea what they did. And so I kind of figured that had something to do with it. So I started doing some research to figure out what all these settings did. And that's when I discovered the exposure triangle. You have the 3 different exposures, and which kind of confused me because I was like, well, the camera already does all that. You just push the button and the camera decides how to do that. And I started thinking, well, how does the camera decide what kind of picture that I want to take? So I've got a vision in my head of how I want the picture to turn out. How does the camera know what I want to do? And so I saw there was manual ways of changing these settings yourself, and each setting also changes or has its own effect. And so I decided I was going to switch the camera from auto to manual and never go back, and just figure out how those settings affected the photos. And that's kind of when my journey began with photography. It was I noticed a huge change immediately, just right away. You can help. Gute Wahl. It was a little challenging at first, just trying to figure out which setting did what, because you've got the shutter speed, you've got the aperture, and you've got the ISO. And so I just started experimenting with each one. First I experimented with the shutter speed. I'd see, well, what does the shutter speed do when you've got it cranked up, where it shoots super fast, or what happens when you turn it way down low and you're shooting really slow. And so I just started with experimenting with this. I started to just understand how all that worked and what you want to sacrifice for what to get the photo that you want to get. It didn't take very long, really. I think the difference was making that commitment of switching over to manual and just not going back. It just took off. I started having just random strangers asking me to do their photos, and I thought, well, this is kind of interesting. Why do people like my photos so much? And one of the reasons I think is just because I'm so passionate about my photos, and I'm so critical about my own photos, that I spend a lot of time thinking about each photo and how to kind of tell a story around it. And a lot of other photographers started reaching out, just asking me how I do certain things, how I get my photos to turn out with the camera, with the equipment that I have. And so that's kind of when I started thinking about doing a course on switching to manual. And so that's what this course is all about, creating this course where I go over everything manual, go over the manual focus, because all of my lenses are manual focus lenses, everything manual white balance, manual aperture, shutter speed, and ISO, anything manual I'm going to go over on this course. And that's going to kind of go through my story and how the things that I did to get to where I am, and I'm going to teach everybody through plain English. I'm going to try to not have any kind of tech talk. I'm just going to show you. I'm going to have real life examples. I'm going to take you with me and just show you step by step how I do what I do and teach you guys. Look at Vanya. I'm really excited to bring you guys this course and to teach you guys everything I know. When I switched to manual and started using the manual settings myself, I became so much more confident. Hey. There you go. Started getting the photos that I really wanted, and it just became so much more clear to me. Okay, now. Yeah, go ahead. Instead of being stressed out over, is this picture going to turn out? I don't know. I was getting the photos that I wanted. I didn't have to worry about all that. I could just go out, have fun with the kids, have fun with my clients, and that's what I want for you guys. And I really hope this course is able to do that for you. I'm Phillip Haumesser, and I'm excited to bring you this course and teach you how to shoot in manual.